Shalom, call all y'all about Shem Shah. I just want to make a quick video about some of the stuff going on in the news. Recently, I was scrolling through my feed, and they're showing that they've been burning these 5G towers. And when you look at the link right here on the information box, it says 5G tech is somehow connected to the COVID-19 pandemic. At least this is according to many conspiracy theorists. And you know, they always put this little conspiracy theory shit on there. It's not a theory, it's a fact. It says, I'm going to read on this morning. I'm going to pull up the other information I put in the other videos for people that didn't see it. It says the theory has led to telecommunications masts being set on fire. Footage from Birmingham, UK shows one mast ablaze, although it's not confirmed if arson played a role. Which, hey, man, you have people, they hip to what the elites are actually doing, man. Like I said, go to it. It's in the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 15. It says, a simple believeth every word, but a prudent man looketh well to his going. So if you're going to be simple and listen to what they put out in the news and not do no research and no homework on this stuff, you're just going to be following whatever they want you to follow. They basically leading the sheep to the slaughter. That's why the scripture says, if you love me, feed my sheep. Because people be talking about they love the Most High. So you got to feed the sheep and let people know what's really fucking going on. Not the other bullshit and that folly and all the other stuff people be coming up with. Disputes and, different little stuff going back and forth. The main thing is edifying. For edification's sake, let me pull this up one more time. Electromagnetic radiation. And these people know, man, they're not fucking stupid. There's other videos that show like what they do to the trees and the birds and different stuff like that. It says reported symptoms include headaches, anxiety, suicide, and depression. Hey, suicide rate done jumped up. Depression been sky high. People always talking about they sad or making this fucking emo music and shit like that. Nausea, you have a lot of people that be running around talking about they be feeling dizzy or faint. People always talking about they tired, I'm tired. It says fatigue and loss of libido. Hey, a lot of women, some of them, hey, well, I don't know, I can't speak on my behalf, but I hear different stories about people be dealing with a woman and they don't be want to get busy and have no sex or nothing like that. Hey, a lot of this plays a factor into it because you got electromagnetic radiation pulsating and hitting your body all the time. That pulls out the natural resources out of your body. Now I'm going to read on some more. It says, let me see which one. There was another little box down here that I pulled up one day. I looked this up on another video. Oh, let me find it real quick. Because I brought it out in another video. It was at the top now. They ain't on here no more. Okay, here you go. I just had to search it up in different terms. It says, what are the effects of electromagnetic waves? It says, conclusion, electromagnetic radiation may lead to the changes in psychological, I might be pronouncing that wrong. I don't think it's psychological. It's physiological, whatever. I might be pronouncing that wrong, so Salakia. It says, indices, genetic effects, and the main thing is immune function. Because your immune system is completely destroyed by this stuff. And they pumping out chemtrails and all type of other stuff in the atmosphere, making GMO foods, polluting the water. If your immune system through, then you through, because they ain't not gonna be able to fight nothing off. But it says immune function and affect the health and immune function in operators. It says the adverse effects are increased as the working years increase. So people still working, doing stuff, moving, you out in the elements. And this has been going on for some time. This ain't just started. They just don't ramped it up even more because they don't put up more 5G towers. It went from the 3G to the 4G, now it's at the 5G. You know, notice with AT&T, that's what they be promoting and stuff like that. And it's key to pay attention to this stuff and look stuff up. That's why the scriptures also says, you have diligence to make that call in an election. Sure, you gotta be diligent, studying, researching, paying attention to stuff, actually experiencing stuff, knowing what's really going on. Well, once again, back in the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 15, it says, the simple believe of every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going. Hey, and the Edomites put something out in the news or whatever. I'm trying to find another precept. The Edomites, they put something out in the news. People, oh, that's gotta be it. Just like, hey, with these scriptures, a lot of people didn't see these televangelists and these different little people that so-called have these big prominent churches. They'll just believe them because what they see, they don't believe for true facts. Like, they don't actually read the research, look in the books, and really study. They just take stuff from what somebody give them, and then that's it. And I'm going to read on some more on this because in the book of Proverbs, there's a lot of stuff that you can apply, especially during these times. That'll keep you stable, man. Like it mentions in the book of Wisdom, not Wisdom of Solomon, but the book of Isaiah says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. This is in the book of Proverbs, chapter 14. I'm going to read verse 18. It says, the simple inherit folly, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge. And simple people, they into that folly like wearing a fucking mask and some gloves. If you got radiation hitting you everywhere, ain't no mask stopping that shit. That's folly. Walk around. And I was dealing with this one woman. I hop in the car with her. She slide on a mask. That girl, I was like, take that fucking mask off. Like, you riding around in a car with a mask on? I don't even make no. You ain't around nobody else except me, and I ain't no fucking coronavirus because there ain't no fucking coronavirus. It's viruses going around. There's all type of viruses going around. Fucking hepatitis, fucking Lyme disease, fucking all type of other shit. The list goes on. That's been going around. Now people want to be clean because Esau get on TV and say some shit happening. The whole time they ain't telling people, oh yeah, we put up these 5G towers. This is what the effects are from it, and this is how you can prevent it. But they don't do that though. I'm gonna just read a few more scripts. I ain't want to make this video too long. I just want to bring this out because I see over here across seas, these people they hip to these damn towers over here. You got people with that spirit. And there's some people in there know, but it ain't that many. Let me go into this and read this, and I'm gonna just end this off. in the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 22. It says, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorner, and fools hate knowledge. Because the knowledge is out there. Information right here, you just type it in and pull it up. And they even got the little picture on there to show you. And the same little towers and stuff, you walk past this shit every day. And maybe most people don't really pay no mind like that because they so used to seeing poles out. They've been modifying these poles and different little stuff they've been adding to it on the sly. You walk past it, and again, it's giving out radiation. Just like with the birds, they go up on the power lines, trees be by, they dying. You see birds on the sidewalk, in the streets, dropping dead. Even when they put stuff in the water, because you know they got underwater cables and different stuff like that too. They run through different bodies of water, whether it be rivers or lakes or ocean. And that's why sometimes a lot of fish wash up on the shore. Let me read on some more. It says, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit into you. I will make known my words unto you. And how did Most High do that? He used certain men. And a lot of people, they don't like that because they don't like certain men personally. So they had this little vendetta against certain people. So they don't really want to hear. But hey, they gonna wish they would have fucking heard. In verse 24 it says, because I have called and you refuse, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. And I can count on one hand how many people actually regarded that I broke down this stuff for. And the ones that disregarded it, hey man, they gonna be calling me when some more of this shit pop off. It says in verse 25, but ye have said at not all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. And seeing people with these fucking masks running around looking like damn doctors and RNs and shit, it's funny as hell. Especially knowing what is radiation stuff, what is really coming from and what it's really doing. It says, when your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. Yahweh says, they would none of my counsel, they despise all my reproof, therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. For the turn away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. Hey man, I ain't out this motherfucker coughing and shit. Hey, would you see motherfuckers that be running around with this damn mask and shit on? Like, that's gonna stop that radiation from hitting them, man. And the water you have about Shin, I'm trying making sure I be at full health, being able to do these lessons and edify other Akim, man. Cause hey, this be fun to me, be able to put this stuff out as information. Then somebody hit me up and be like, oh, that was edifying right there. I ain't know that, and all this different stuff. And to be able to dwell and actually see these prophecies unfold, man. Because like the scriptures say, many prophets and kings sought to see these things in these times right here that we living in. So, Lord's willing, this was edifying. Call all y'all by Shem, Shalom to the elect. Like, stay diligent, man. Stay paying attention and research, read. Like the scriptures say, blessed is he that readeth in the book of Revelations. Shalom.